Hi you guys, this is Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn. And for this video, I would like to show you a little bit or explain about the comparisons between the Artis Elite Brush Collection and the Multipurpose. This is Mermaid Multipurpose
Brushes.
I don't know exactly how I'm going to explain the difference because it's like if I applied the makeup on video, you guys wouldn't see it that well because of course we tried to match our makeup, so you wouldn't see it that well. I'm just going to tell you how I feel about the two. I'll start with this one. The Mermaid Multipurpose Brush Set. It comes in this was like only about, I think, like $40 for this particular brand. I thought they made a comparison themselves and said it's like the Artis.
They did. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they did, but better. And it supposedly was like a really good sale over this. Yeah, like we're gonna buy that. But it came like this. You see a lot of them missing because I've been using them. And the brushes are here. And of course, typically, a lot of you that are really good into your makeup, you know the different ways to use these. I know the rounded ones are more like for lipstick and things like that. When you get into same thing with the professional top of the line ones. See, they're a little bit more rounded. This particular one, that's one, it's more for like, it's supposedly helps go around or like shaping your lips when you put it on applying lipstick. This one, I've never used it for that, of course. I could have, because I really do believe that each one of these brushes, I think they work really well according to the proper, I should say, way that they're suggested to use them. I think they work really well. This one, I don't know how well you can see it, but this one is like, you can see it. This is more narrow. At the brushes right there, really narrow. I don't know if you can see that. I can see it. This is better for using like eyeliner and things like that. I think it would work really well. I think it does. What I'm saying about these styles are pretty much the same with the Artis. So I'm just going through a few of these like this. And this one is a little bit thicker. This one, I think, is more suggested. The suggested use is to go like around there, like maybe applying your, like the contour things around under your eye.
People usually highlight and things like that.
And things like that. I think the one next to this could work like that as well. Hey, I have another one like that's round one. This is another rounded one. This could be used for, I'm sure, the same thing, but you don't have to stick with the way a brush is designed, because this could also work like in the little tear ducts right here of apply makeup around the edges. I'm just guessing. It's rounded, or you can go around your lips for whatever, or the lipstick as well. This one is, I don't know why it looks like it's two rounded ones. This one, I think,
that one's just a slight difference. That one's like a little bit smaller.
It's a little bit smaller. That one is for those girls with those juicy lips like mine. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, Happy Easter! Sorry, that was like so messed up. Okay. But anyway, this one, like I have like the really long lashes on the bottom, so I can go under there and not disturb the lashes, put makeup on the lashes. Yeah. That particular one. I love this one. And then some of the other ones, let me see. Look how pretty and clean nicely those look. These are all dirty, like I've been using these. This one I use mostly for, like, I think I use this for, like, going around contour. Oh, the highlight. This one I think is a little bit more for highlight.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm thinking. This one, because it's, so they get a little bit bigger as they go up. So that, I think, goes there. And that's the right amount. I think it's, maybe I'm missing one. Lexi, where's my other brush? You guys know Lexi doing something. Okay, and this one is, see, they get a little bit smaller. And then you get, I'm guessing, like for the actual, what do they call that? The contour, when you're going to do highlight?
You highlight and you contour and things like that.
And things like that, because the fit of it fits really well. For that's what I'm guessing. This one, probably a bronzer and things like that. This one probably more fits like in those.
Yes,
what is it called? Is that the bronzing?
When you contour, I guess it's called
what
the
is the other thing you call it when you go
I
here?
contour
My
my cheeks. Yes,
okay, that too for that size, I'm guessing. This one, bigger, more foundation all over. Sometimes people use these for body as well, like you can go, because they're pretty big. I think I'm missing one. This one also, I believe, for foundation and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm guessing so. Something is missing, like a tiny one here. But anyway, I'm not that interested in these anyway. But these particular brushes, why I brought these out, because some people are buying the, what we can call maybe the dupe, as people say. I don't want to say knockoff. But because these are, I've been using these initially, the Mermaid, and they work, I thought, pretty well. I thought they work pretty well. They are more dense than the Artis, I've noticed. They are like really compact, really like tight. And I do notice that when you have makeup on, as you apply makeup, and most of us wear long wear makeup.
Yeah.
If you wait, I've applied makeup on foundation, and I was able to go in a little bit later and still move it with this. But my weird skin, things move across my skin anyway.
Yeah.
It just, makeup doesn't settle into my face really well. So this, I can go in and it will move. Like if I just rub this across my makeup now,
your makeup will be all over the place.
It's going to move. With this one, with I think all of them. But what I do is, when I have makeup on, a lot of you know how to set your makeup really well. I don't. I don't know how to set my makeup really well. I don't use a lot of primers. I don't do that. I don't do a lot of powder. I do powder when I'm desperate, like I'm shining. I just go, and then this too I do throughout the day to take away the shine a little bit. I do this. I don't know how well it works, but I do it. And I'm barely touching. And then it says in the Artis booklet here, it talks about not pressing. You're just gliding. It emphasizes gliding over your skin. So whatever the problem you may be having with this brand, you may experience with your high-end brand as well. Because the brushes are not designed to poke through your skin. You're not pressing. You're just kind of gliding over. I go back and get powder, and sometimes I sprinkle powder on these brushes, and I just press in like this. And then, and I'll tell you about the cleaning and everything. So I do that with this brand as well as the Artis. Now for so they are good. I think they do work well. I think they do. You just got to be a little bit more creative. The same thing I feel about with just typical brushes. Who is this? Sephora brush. I think the same thing with brushes. Even though they are great, expensive, and are all of the above, some of them down to the cheaper, I think you have to learn creativity with what you're doing. I just believe you do. Some of us have really dry skin. Some of us have really oily skin. I have mostly oily. So everything move. I could use any brush and I could start moving makeup
slides for you
on my face. But like I said, you remember I don't do a lot of primer. I just don't. I don't like being at the end of the day and having to work too hard to remove makeup. I prefer not to do too much. But to each his own. That's why my makeup is not too lasting. So for the Artis, beautiful brushes. Mostly that. They're beautiful. And this booklet, Absolute, explains everything you need to know about these brushes. They're a Latin word that means things like, let me look again, it means to skill, method, technique, conduct, and character of the brushes and things like that. It means anyway. But the brushes are really, they break it down in this manual to help you learn what your brushes are for. They break it down really well in here. I'm not going to read it to you guys. I'm sure you guys are very capable of reading for yourself. You know what? I want to know the difference in those two really quickly.
And the round
and
brushes.
the two round brushes. One of them, it says to apply small areas of concealer also to cover spots. That's what one of them are for. Maybe this one in the Artis as well. Maybe that's what this type is for. That's a good idea. And also to shape the lips. Or one is for one and one is for the other. Okay, I can't tell the difference in these two. The more rounded one...
There's one, yeah, I was going to say one is more flat and one is more rounded.
Exactly. Circle 1 and Circle 1R. I'm just using these because I'm holding these. That's for the Artis, but they're the same shape. So you know what? Let me get the pretty Artis. You guys like, stop showing me those brushes. I'll show you the real deal. These are so beautiful. You're correct, Alexa. And the Circle 1 is for the concealer. Okay, I think I can tell the difference. Yes, one is rounded, but it's flat, like you said, and one has a little bit of a
curve
to it. And look at my stuff all thrown down in here. You guys, I'm just terrible because I've been using them. So I'll show you what they look like. I'm going to lie these here, but I'll show you those two. Here they are. Yes, one is rounded at the tip a little bit more than the other. The other's flat. And so what did they say? So they tell you one is for his concealers, like the spot concealer. This one, the one that's flat. Round but flat for concealer spots. This one, lipstick.
I like how you demonstrate everything.
I have to. I think they're written on here too. Circle 1 or Circle 1. They're written really small on the neck of the brushes, so you would know what they are for too, because you know me. You guys know how I am. They're another one of those. Let's see, this one and the one here is a little bit, look at the difference in the brushes. This one is longer. I don't know what all of that extra is for. But, what, maybe it's this one. Maybe I'm using the wrong one.
It's still longer.
But either way, yeah, correct, they're long. So much brush. And none of these are hairs. I think they're a man-made fiber that they've created to make these brushes. I mean, they use to make the brushes. They're not, if I'm not mistaken, they're not like a type of a hair. But either way, I'm going to try to find that really quickly, make sure I'm telling you the absolute truth. Yes, man-made fiber, designed specifically for cosmetic and makeup product, but they're not animal hairs. So that's what the Artis for sure. I don't think these have any names on these individually.
I don't think so either.
Generics. Or let me see if they have the numbers anywhere. I don't see numbers anywhere on those. And they came sort of like this, you guys. They're on the back with a number, but it just didn't how many brushes are in there. It doesn't really, I don't remember having a paper that explained it. But the Artis does. So look how pretty they are. And this is called the mirror finish. These are beautiful. But yeah, I don't know why the brushes are so much longer with the other ones. It's just, may work.
I don't know either.
I don't know why, but it may just, same purpose goes under here. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. For that. Then this one is a little bit, they're longer, some of these, as far as the length, like this, but the hairs itself are just so long on these. I think that one was mimicking this one. And yes, I think this one is a replica of this one. But they're longer. The neck of these, the whole brush is longer.
Yeah.
Pretty much. They're beautiful. But same thing here with these to me. The way they work on my skin, I could still move things. But the brushes, I'm going to get, well, I'll tell you in a second. Because these are just, look how long that one is.
I know.
And this, what is this? Let me find out really quickly for you. Why is it so long? This is an oval. a linear 6. And seeing this in these books, this one is really good for a wider line, soft edge of product along the upper lower lash line. So it's the same thing, it's just really, it's longer. Same for then seeing these books, they show how to use them. I just use what works for me. That's why I'm looking in here, because I was like, and this girl can't tell me to do what I want with my brushes.
Oh
you guys
gosh,
listen to me?
you're so
I do what I want
silly.
with my brushes. But I'm trying to be more creative with them. And it oh yeah, it says here a little goes a long way. It does. You could put a small amount of product. You know what? I'm going to show you something with one of them. You could put a tiny amount of product. I'm going to use this Chanel since this is my favorite.
I know you love that one.
It's not my correct color, so I use it for highlighting. But I love, because Chanel is so soft. I'm going to use that a little bit. And I'm using this because it is lighter. Let's see how you can get one of the brushes. I'm just going to use either one. And it just glides across your skin. And I could cover it, like just say I was going to cover my entire hand. I'm not using it right. Some people go like with the hairs. I could go in different directions, but it does spread it. It spreads it really well. It's just weird doing it on my hand, but see how, and I go like that on my face.
But it can really spread. Well.
It spreads a lot with the small, with the little brush. It could keep going if your makeup is not one that dries really quickly. It would spread it really well. You use less product, to me, in my opinion, with these type of brushes. I think you do. These bristles, or whatever, these fibers are they are extremely soft. Extremely, this brand, extremely soft. I wish you guys could just see how they're really soft. This one doesn't move as well. You can probably see the harder lines in there. And I'm pressing a little bit harder on this one than this one. I'm barely touching it, and it's just like the little fibers are grouped so close. I'm trying to think of what this reminds me of. It feels like it's really soft. I can't describe how soft it is. There's no comparisons in the softness with the Artis over this one. There's no comparison. This one is a little bit it's like something that's so stiff. It's like if I was using the back of the brush.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what it would feel like, the same. It feels almost. They both do have a little bit of the curve. I think the curvature. This one has more. This one is more flat. See there? This brand is that curvature, so when it goes on the faces, you got to consider that. This is so flat, it does lie flat against the face.
Yeah.
And I can feel the fibers moving. As I'm pressing, I can feel them move. This one doesn't give. See how it's rounded there? It goes up and down like that, and it doesn't give. The fibers do not give. It doesn't. This one does. You can feel this one melting on your face like a sponge. This one feels like a sponge. That's a good way to say it. Because a sponge will give. It looks firm, but this one is amazing. This brand, I keep saying this one. All of them are the exact same. And this one is mostly for, you can apply, I've applied makeup with this bigger one before, and I just went whoosh, whoosh. It was over. It was done. And then you can go down your neck and you can bathe a little bit. No. But
so silly.
These are amazing. You know, these are the ones that cost, what did I pay right at $400?
I think so.
They are great in my opinion. I know a lot of other people are really good with the typical type of brushes, all of these foundation brushes and everything. I am not. I am terrible. Terrible with these brushes. Terrible. And this, oh God help it, I can't use that.
I can't use that one.
I love wearing Bare Minerals makeup as well as other foundations, you guys. These hurt, the Bare Minerals. I'm not saying my brushes are just whatever. These scratch my face. These fibers, whatever these are, they scratch my face. I've applied Bare Minerals with the Artis, and it worked.
It worked?
Yeah, it worked perfectly. So I'm not going to go walk you through all of these brushes, but I do have the entire set. So let me put them back. I can show you how the entire set of these. I love, love, love. Wouldn't go without this brand. Now that I bought it, it's worth it. I was afraid because of the pricing. I was trying my best to figure out what was the significance in buying something that costs so much. Just one way though. They are amazing. They're a little bit dirty from my hands. Put the makeup on there. And then you can wipe them off the handles. They're really soft. They're cushiony. The handles. These do not have that same, because these are strictly plastic. These are plastic. A type of a plastic here. Don't think they're some steel. They're not. They're a type of a plastic because they give a little bit as you use them. The handle gives a little bit. So they're going to give a little bit. Don't press really hard because you possibly could break them. This is not a hard material. This is plastic. So be careful. These you can get something wet here on this little cushiony part here. You could just wipe it off. Because you know a lot of us darker ladies have like makeup on our hands like that. It looks sort of dirty. I could just wipe it off. And I will. When I get done, I'm going to wipe my brushes off. I'm getting them filthy because things are on my hands. But this one will walk you through. Like I said, I love it. This is a big difference in the way they feel. But in my opinion, it's worth the money. And this again is the Elite Mirror Collection. With this, I also purchased, you guys, got with this, the cleanser, the cleaning pad. This is necessary. I know people wonder, okay, how do I clean these? I know a lot of you probably know. But don't shortchange yourself. Get your cleaning pad. It's worth it. This one I'm not going to open all the way because I have it here. Because I bought this together and it came with all of that. It came with a full solution here. The cleaning solution is in here. I have another one to show you what it looks like. If I can find it.
Did you put it in your makeup?
Here it is.
Yeah.
That's the cleanser here. Is this in a bigger container? This came with it. Not this one. And then this I bought separate. That is this. Because I purchased separately some extra brushes. I purchased this particular one, the oval brush. I think this is their number 7. I purchased that with the 3 here. And it tells me the names. They're over 3, 6, and 1. These are, as my understanding, the most popular, most useful ones you would need are these. The 3. You don't have to buy an entire kit. You don't have to buy all of this. But if you think you're going to, if you really like the feel of using these brushes, I do. I knew that I wanted to experiment more with how to use them and find better ways. You can literally apply all of your makeup with these 3, in my opinion. As well as just getting, of course, getting the entire set. But you could get away with this. Because you have something for this one is in here. Let me see. This one. Well, I'll open it for you. It's my understanding people just use these 3 a lot as well. See? Those 3. So you have something for like eyeshadows and contour. You have foundation. And you have one for getting those finer lines like eyeliner and things like that.
I think I think it's always good to have extra brushes. And then when you travel and stuff, you have, in case you lose one or something.
Yeah. You could be creative with them. If you don't mind transferring product on them, you can use them for more things like your highlights as well as the different things you can use.
Just clean them in between and
you can clean in between. And that one is really, look how thin that is. That is really good for going around the eyes. I think they're great. But I just felt like it was worth it to go ahead and invest in the entire set. But I got this one initially first, and then I changed my mind and said, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and get the entire set. But it's good to have, I've wanted to have a backup brush anyway.
Yeah.
With the most popular ones. And this says, let me see, like the eyeshadow, lip contour, eyeliner. You could go around your brow. All of that with these shapes.
Yes, Val.
You could do a lot of your makeup with these. So if you don't want to spend almost $400 for an entire set, you can buy something like this. I think this was right at $200 or something, $200 something dollars. I think. I could be wrong. But I think, because if you start buying individual brushes, you're going to run into a lot more. It's almost worth it to buy a set. Because I believe this 3, I think I got the 3 with this. I think I bought it with this and the cleanser, if I'm not mistaken. And this was like, I want to say $199 or less. I want to say $100 or something. I forgot. But this is a good set to buy.
Yeah.
And also with this big set came this.
Oh, that's so
I got a
nice.
makeup bag to put my brushes in. And you see I don't use it. That girl's just tacky.
She still has the
just,
paper in it.
Lord, got paper in there. Look at that. Girl hasn't used, and it has the name all over those. I still have this on it.
You haven't even touched it.
I know. I've just been not wanting to mess it up. So I'm going to put them in here like I should so I don't lose them. But I'll show you really quickly how. So once again, not this. These came, I think I'm looking at everything that came together. This came together, if I'm not mistaken. The booklet, I think this was a whole deal here. Look how big that is. Because you're going to go through a lot of this.
Yeah.
I would not use any other products other than this. I'm going to show you how this works really quickly. And you can do the same, use the cleanser for the other brand as well. That's the Mermaid brand again. So I'm going to show you this really quickly. This is how the pad looks. And the pad it's like a Velcro or something. Not Velcro. What do they call this? It's like velvet. Some people say velour, but I call it velvet. And these could be cleaned. You could take this off. This comes apart.
Oh, that's cool.
And you take this off of this thingy here. You guys knew it was coming. You take this off. It's just a plastic piece under here. And you clean it. And you can keep using your cleanser pad. Your cleaning pad. See there? And that's
cool.
It's nice.
That's really cool.
So you put it together. What I do is, the way I do it. Why am I shaking it? I just put a little bit on there. That's what I do. The cleanser, and then I get one of the brushes, and I just start rubbing the brush, and it starts to clean it. You just rub the brush on there. Because the product, however it sits in there, I don't understand why it comes off so much better like this. You don't just soak these. You want to keep them soft.
Exactly.
These are pretty soft, even this. Oh, that feels, and it's softer. It was firmer because it had a lot of makeup in it. And that goes like that. This is, I feel the little plastic giving, so you can see it giving a little bit. Maybe the Artis, that one does the same thing. So that's like that. It's soft. Cleans it.
I think that's really cool. I like that.
I'll do one of these. I'll put a little bit more on there for you. Honey, you're not doing it for me. We didn't use your brush, girl. Okay, I got some on my hands here. And I go like this. Or you could put it on the brush. I usually try to just find a separate little spot to use per brush. I usually try to stay within a tiny
little radius.
Yeah, little radius. And then I just go back later And I haven't even used this side at all. I'm staying close to the same radius I tried to. Just cleaning it. It's softening all over again. Softer. Beautiful. So that's how I clean them. Like that.
I like that.
So if I had to suggest anything to anyone, a person that even just, I think you should try it. People that love applying their makeup or really into their makeup and things, and I leave that open a little bit so make sure it dries. I just leave it like that. But I think it's an amazing product, and I am the worst person to come to say apply makeup. I am the worst. I try to shortcut everything. Oh, that feels good. I try to shortcut everything. I don't want to go into all the details. Like a lot of people have like 10 items out and they're going to apply their makeup. Not me. So if you're applying your makeup properly, I believe it's worth it to get at least, okay, see, I have a 7, a 6, a 3, and a 1.
That you bought separately.
I think bought separately. I think it's worth it to get at least these if you don't do an entire kit. But I believe if you get an entire kit, once you go through all of these typical brushes that we use, it's almost the same money investment. Because you guys know you great professional girls out there, men and women that are doing your makeup and laying, how do they say, beats in their faces. You guys are spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on brushes. I know you are. Because I know you guys love what you do. It's your craft. And you spend a lot of money on your brushes. In my opinion, it's the same investment in this. But I think this is really good for a beginner as well as a really skilled artist. Because the way I hold my brush, I don't know how to hold my brush very well on things like this.
Yes, ma'am.
I just don't. Especially this particular one. I don't know how to hold it properly to go across my makeup because it just it just moves makeup. I don't know how to do it. This, I got better control.
Yep.
Even if I go like this, sometimes I have better control over it like this. I just have so much more control over my makeup.
Yes, ma'am.
With these. I just do. So I love it. I love it. It's a natural way I hold things, in my opinion. I love it. Even when I go around my eyes and things around my nose, I go like this. I get a smaller one sometimes, even the larger. And I just go along with the shape of my nose like this as it curves. And imagine using this one, the Artis brand.
And that one's even better.
That gives more. And then if I want something to not move as much, like powder, I just pat like this and push it in a little bit. I do that. I love them. So overall, I would say it's an amazing investment. It's worth every penny to me. Well, free would have been better, but you know how it goes. I tried to do the free thingy, but they were like, oh no. So
silly.
It's an amazing product. I love them. I cannot imagine not using them. I would try it even with my, like sometimes I could put on airbrush makeup because you guys know I do diner. I could put it on if I do go move fast enough. I could move it a little bit with my brush. With the way my skin is just weird.
I was going to say,
things just move on my face.
For you.
So I love it. It's a great product. Good for beginners, in my opinion, as well as the top professionals out there, because I still apply makeup almost like a beginner. Sorry, I do.
I like how you apply your makeup personally. I like how you do it.
Thanks, Lexi. Thank you, Lexi. So, in my opinion, try some of these. If you haven't, the makeup will move a little bit. If it's not set like you would normally set your makeup, it will move. I think it would move. And I'm trying to think of anything else. If there's anything I haven't thought of and you guys want to know my opinion of it, feel free to put that in a comment. But I think it's a great product. I think the makeup stays on the same as any other brush I would use. I just don't go through the proper steps either way. So I would love to see someone that goes all the proper steps and see how they feel about the use of the brush. I think it's just more of the holding of it, the way you hold your product. But anyway, love it.
You're so
love it, love it, love it. I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. I'm so ready to eat these potato chips, you guys. these chips. I'm so sitting up here looking over here at these chips.
Are those ones I brought you from work?
Huh?
Are those ones I picked up
I think
at work?
are something of the nature. Yeah, they're over there. And these are fine. I know I was loving these before I got the Artis, but now I do use both. If I would take these with me more if I'm going somewhere, just in case I lose something or whatever.
Yeah.
I would travel with these a little bit more. Just me, because you guys know how I am. I try not to.
We know you can't travel.
Yeah, but I don't want anything to happen with my. I can't travel with anything, but I don't want anything to happen to these. So I try to use these more for travel and things like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Because they work similar. You just got to have a light hand going across your face. Done with that. Keep talking about it, but I think I'm good with it. But I love them. Love them, love them, love. I like, but I love. That's the way I feel about it. Boom! So, I think I've done everything I could do with these. I've beat this horse to death. Thank you guys for coming by. I hope you're having a great, great, great Easter day, week, month, however long you celebrate everything. Wish you the best with that. And we have to go, and we didn't hide anything for Hayden yet, you guys. He wanted, you know, you guys get up and you do the little, Easter egg hunt with the eggs.
I didn't know he wanted the Easter egg hunt.
I thought he was like
I thought he was
over that.
Yeah.
But no, he wants, so what we're going to do is, Hayden loved these individual little wrestling guys.
From the WWE.
The little figurines. So we're going to hide all of his wrestling guys. He has like 50
something, 52 of
52
them.
He screamed from downstairs.
I found more in the closet though, so he has more.
So we're going to hide his wrestling guys all over, everywhere. He's going to find those. So that would be fun for him. And each one per guy, we're going to have candy for him. That would be fun. So thank you guys for stopping by. Sorry for being late, but I was trying to change my days up a little bit. It was Tuesdays was getting really a little bit complex for me, so it's a long story. You guys know, you know how it goes. But it was Lexi's fault. But thank you guys for coming by. Thank you guys for stopping by. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good holiday. Bye.